The question we had earlier in chat was, how do you go about crafting these rarity rings? So this rarity ring right here is basically perfect for the build that I'm playing right now, which is the 400+% rarity life stacking ritualist here. So we want as much rarity on our rings as we can. So we use a gold ring base with perfect or at least T1 implicit rarity, or like high implicit rarity, and then T1 prefix rarity and T1 suffix rarity. We also want maximum life. We also want cast speed. We also want the desecrated mod of increased spell damage while on full energy shield. That is also something that you can get here, which is kind of nice for bossing, for example, because mostly when we are doing a boss, our energy shield will be full, so we get some more spell damage through that desecrated mod. And then the last slam, the last one is going to be either chaos resistance in the best case, or like this ring, strength in the other case. So that is the two possibilities we want to have in the last suffix slot. So either chaos res or strength as the best ones. You can pretty deterministically craft these. It is pretty easy. The only real gamba part, or the only real like gamble, is going to be the last slam. But let's just start with one. So the start that we have here, there is two different ways of starting this out. This way right here is you fracture 25% rarity, or you fracture T1 rarity on one of these rings, and then you chaos spam for the second T1 rarity. That is option number one in terms of what you can go for as the starting base, basically. What you can also do is you get two gold rings with the same item level with T1 suffix rarity and one with T1 prefix rarity, and then you recombine them into one ring that then has double T1 rarity as well. That is also something that you can do to get the base going. So when you have the base, which will then look like this in this case, if you do the fracturing version, when we have this base, we start with, first thing we do is a Kurgul. We need the Kurgul Omen. Then we need a Sinistral Necro. That is what we need. And then we need a Collarbone, of course. So these three is going to be the first one. So Kurgul modifier, prefix necromancy, and then we desecrate for a Kurgul prefix desecrate. Thank you for that. I'm turning off alerts. Perfect. And then we reveal this one, because then we will get spell damage with ES, this modifier right here. This is basically guaranteed on the Kurgul here, so we reveal it, and we get increased spell damage while on full energy shield. That is step one. Okay, that is step number one. So now we have the desecrated mod with spell damage while on full energy shield. That is a caster mod. So now we go homogenizing. We need one homogenize. We need a dextral exaltation for a suffix. That is what we need. And then we need just a greater exalt. We don't need a perfect exalt here. What we want is T1 cast speed. And T1 cast speed only needs a minimum modifier level of at least 35. So we don't need a perfect exalt here. So homogenizing, suffix, greater exalt, T1 cast speed in the suffix slot here. Bang. We max rolled it as well. Perfect. So now we have T1 cast speed. We annul off the desecrated mod. And now we have no more desecrated mod. Now we put on a new desecrated mod with Ulaman. Now we do Ulaman. We do dextral necromancy for suffix. And then we collarbone again. So now we want a Ulaman suffix modifier. So desecrate suffix. We will take a abyssal echoes here, because this can miss. I've mostly never missed this, kinda, but it definitely can miss. But what we want now is life percentage on kill, and that is a Ulaman modifier. So we put this one in here. So we did miss it here. And now hopefully we get it on the second one. Yeah, okay, we get it on the second one. So always use an Abyssal Echoes here. In case you miss, because then if you miss it, you have to Omen of Light it again, and that is very, very expensive. Okay, and now we have recover percentage maximum life on kill. So now we have a life mod on this. And now the next slam will be for the next prefix. So now again, we need homogenizing. And suffix are full, so we don't need any like textual exhortation or whatever. So we don't need to target prefix or suffix or whatever. So now we need just a homogenizing omen and a perfect exalt for guaranteeing maximum life in the prefix slot. So homogenizing, perfect exalt, suffixes are full, so we will always hit a prefix here, and it will be T1 maximum life. Bang. T1 maximum life. So now this ring has already almost all that we want for this build, right? We have the double rarity, we have maximum life, we have cast speed, but now we still have the recover 3% maximum life on kill. That is something that I kind of feel like is always also something that is kind of good. I don't think this mod is too bad, to be honest, to have. But you could also say the best mod is for sure the increased spell damage while on full energy shield, especially for doing bosses and whatever. But yeah, this is for Ritualist. This is probably very good. For Blood Mage, like someone pointed out in chat as well, the Leech will cap you. It is not so good. So we do want the increased spell damage while on full energy shield. So how do we do that again? For the third time on this ring, we annul the Desecrated mod with an Omen of Light. And then we go again. Kurgul. I don't have Kurgul anymore. And then again, we need a Kurgul. So Omen of the Black Blooded.
Let's see if there are any takers.
We need a Kurgul. We need a Sinistral Necro to get a prefix. And we need another Collarbone. So again, Omen of the Black Blooded for Kurgul. We need Sinistral Necromancy. And we Desecrate for the Kurgul prefix. And now we go back to the well. And we get it here. Got it. And now the ring has 5 modifiers. So if you compare it now to the ring I have here, this is basically the perfect ring that you want for this build. This ring is close to being perfect like that, right? Now comes the Gamba part. This now is the absolute gamble part here. There are 2 different options you can do here. So we want Chaos Res or Strength, right? So there are 2 catalysts that we can use here to maybe have a higher chance of getting either Chaos Res or getting Strength. I'm going to do the Chaos Res version. So we are going to use the Chayula catalyst with Chaos modifiers. We get some Chaos modifiers on there. We use the Catalyzing Exaltation. And now there's just one more slam to do. And like I said, this is going to be the big Gamba part here. And another thing that you can do here is you can either now get a greater Exalt Orb for this to get the Chaos Res or not the Chaos Res or a perfect Exalt Orb. Just to show it right here, we are going to use the perfect Chaos, the perfect Exalt right here. So yeah, let's see. Let's see if we hit it, basically. That is going to be the question here. This is, you full on suffixes. No, I'm not. Okay. This is the Gamba part. This is the absolute Gamba part here. So if we hit Chaos Res, this is basically a 200 div plus ring. If we hit Strength, also. If we not hit that, it's not too good. It's not too good. Okay, last slam, perfect Exalt. Give us Chaos Res. Fire Res. Rip. There you go. There you go. I mean, we hit T2 at least. So now if we price check it, Now, if we price check it, it's a 19 div ring. That's rough. That's rough. But if instead of elemental resistance, we hit chaos res, that's a 164 ring. Or if we hit strength, that is a 179 ring. What was the investment? 2 Omens of Light, 2 Perfect Exalt, 2 Homogenizing. So yeah, it's a gamble. You can also, like I said, instead of the Chayuda Catalyst, you can also go with the Attribute Catalyst. I think this might actually be the safer one. Market will fall fast. No, this tech has been around for like 3 weeks now. It is a huge gamble on the last hit. I've done like 15 of these and I've hit Chaos Res once. I think the safer method is probably Adaptive Catalyst to get the chance higher on getting at least an attribute. If that attribute is strength, you're in business. That's it. That's the tech on the ring. Do I need to explain anything else? I don't think so, right?
Can I help?
Yo, almost last one. You want this? Because you just graciously gave me the base. You want this? You can probably sell this for like 15 or something. If Fracture fails, the ring is GG. No, you can also do recomp. What base do you start with? Didn't I say that in like right in the beginning? No? Gold ring base with T1 rarity. Either Fracture rarity. Either you fracture the T1 rarity or you recomp 2 T1 rarities into 1. That is the 2 methods in order to get the base. Thank you, last one, for giving me that. This is your payment. The brick ring is your payment. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's the ring craft explained. How did you get the T1 live? I'm sorry. Watch the video. Wait, I thought you can rewind on Twitch now. Oh. Yeah, you can rewind on Twitch now. What do you mean? Let's go. Only for subs? YouTube. Then YouTube. Unbricked it? No way. There's no way you YOLO annulled that. Okay, should we try again? Last one? Should we try again with an attribute catalyst? You hit the YOLO annul, there's no way. Should we try with an attribute catalyst this time? And see if we can hit strength? Bro's the beast? Yeah, last one is. Okay. Chat, vote. Attribute catalyst or chaos again? Should we try attribute? We do one, we don't attribute, yeah. Okay. I used Reaver, what the fuck? Oh, I did add. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. I did attribute. I didn't put attribute. I just put ATT. Okay. Okay. Watch. Okay, so this time with an attributes catalyst. This time with an attribute catalyst. Show your ascension points. Go exclamation mark ninja in. Wait, why does the mobilytics not show them? I'll show in a bit. Okay. If we hit strength now here, it's GG. Need Prada's blessing. Please tell me Prada is still in here. Prada? Spin the cat? Okay, we need to rub the perfect exalt on the cat. Okay. Strength. 3, 2, 1, strength. That's worse than before. Ah, that's bad. That's probably the worst you can that's probably the worst you can do. That's probably the worst. Okay, let me quickly check the mobilytics why the ascension points are not in there. Let me quickly check that. Last one. There's no way! There's no way! There's no way! There's no way! You just did it again! Dude, you're making me use so many perfect exalts. Okay, now chaos again, right? Dude, there's no way you actually hit the YOLO and null 2 times in a row. Fuck it, Rambo, no catalyst? No. Like, no catalyst is kind of stupid. Okay. One more with chaos this time. Check him PC. Yeah, holy shit. Okay, wait. Activate the omen. Okay, watch us hit chaos res now. This ring is blessed. Like, how does he hit the YOLO and null 2 times in a row? Okay, chaos res. Oh! Yes! Fine! What the fuck? Winners just win! What? Pay him back his 2 annuals? What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Yeah, I mean, okay, this is how you craft the perfect rarity ring for... Yo, last one. I think, last one. Should we buy a lottery ticket together today?